sunshine in my eyes. Had a million reasons, but I chose to rise. Every little setback made me stronger than before. Now I'm standing taller, reaching for something more. People talking loud, saying what I can't do, but I hear a different voice and it's leading me through. Got a fire in my heart, got a dream in my soul, and I'm not slowing down till I reach my goal. No more fear, no more doubt. I'm letting all my light shine out. Every step, every move, I'm living proof that dreams come true. Believe in yourself, let your spirit fly. Put your hands up high, touch the open sky. Good vibes only, let the whole world see the power you've been holding deep inside of me. Believe in yourself, don't let go tonight. You were born to shine, you were made to ignite. Good vibes flowing everywhere we go. When you believe in yourself, that's when your magic shows. I remember all the nights when the road felt long. Now I'm dancing through the struggle like my favorite song. Every scar tells a story, every tear became gold. Every chapter of my life made me brave and bold. I don't need permission, I don't need a sign. The strength I've been searching for is mine all the time. Got my head in the clouds, got my feet on the ground, and I'm turning every whisper into a louder sound. Feel the rhythm in your heart tonight. Let it carry you into the light. No limits, no chains, no walls to break through. The greatest thing you'll ever be is the real you. Believe in yourself, let your spirit fly. Put your hands up high, touch the open sky. Good vibes only, let the whole world see the power you've been holding deep inside of me. Believe in yourself, don't let go tonight. You were born to shine, you were made to ignite. Good vibes flowing everywhere we go. When you believe in yourself, that's when your magic shows. Good vibes, keep your head held high. Believe in yourself and watch your dreams come alive. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself, believe in yourself, and let your magic show.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. It's been like I don't know,
There is so many things going on. You don't even know half of them.
I know.
Because you were in your cave.
I appreciate that. You know, I got a little freaked out this morning. I was they were rewinding wires, so there's this box that's been perplexing for a year under the table.
Yeah.
And I was still holding it for somebody else, and it's been here for a year. So instead of moving it, I went in to sort of clean it out, and there were palmetto bug droppings at the bottom of the box, like little itty bitty bugs. And then a huge palmetto scurried across. I went, oh, it's making me itch even thinking about it. Oh my God, it's crazy.
So where's the box?
The box is outside because it's raining. It needs to go in the dumpster.
And where's the roach?
In the box.
Still in the box?
Oh, I just put the lid back on. Yes.
Okay, so let me
and
get
Heather
this
went,
right.
oh my God,
So
throw
the
the whole
roach
thing away.
and the box are outside.
Yes.
And who the hell do you think is going to take that box?
I will take it once the rain stops.
Why don't you kill the bug?
then
Squish
that
the
gave
bug.
That gave it options for running it into the studio.
No,
and
you
I
gave
was-
it options to
No.
come back in here.
No.
Yes.
It's in the box with the lid on it, but I got all kind of gross. It's like when someone says they've got lice, you start itching. I'm like itching just by opening the lid of the box. I'm a little like verklempt. I was sitting back there. Thank you for giving me some space to like breathe, but you can clearly
First
see it
of
hasn't
all,
helped
Heather,
much.
I'm going to tell you something. That's the same roach that was in the bathroom.
No, it's not.
She doesn't kill them. She puts them outside and they come back. They come to visit grandma. And they have they had a 2-room bedroom apartment in the dark under the table.
Oh,
I thought we got rid of that box.
and we did now. It's outside.
Oh, did you
But
see?
then there
That's
were
what you
like
get.
things in plastic bags. I'm like, should
Oh,
we
there's things
save
in plastic?
them?
No.
No, so
No.
throw everything away?
It
You're
is
the
bacteria.
one that saves everything.
I don't save roaches. I tell you, throw it out.
I'm gonna throw
Make a
everything out.
bonfire. Do
I'm
something
itching,
with
making,
it.
throwing everything out.
Ain't
I'm
nobody
like,
gonna go in.
So that was
Would
my
you take
morning.
that box outside and put it in the garbage? Be careful that it doesn't fall on you because it's full of roaches.
Just one, but disgusting.
No, there's one that you
I know they
saw.
get attracted to the glue and everything, but it's just like gross. Anyway,
Always.
phew,
But
happy
first of all,
Wednesday.
it's a Puerto Rican roach.
Thank you for giving me some
It
space,
had a mustache and everything.
some time to vent.
Is it what? What's the name of that chupacabra? It's a chupacabra.
Max, we got 2 blankets of yours in Studio B. Your face.
My books. Yes,
I was
Are
wondering.
those your books or your blankets?
they're both.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering why you left your blankie.
I told you they were photo
Because
books.
then she brought another blanket, so I was just wondering.
Max, there's no way in the world that that blanket is a photo book. The thing is, the size of the world is huge.
Maybe because her books wrapped in them.
In them?
Yes, it's wrapped in a blanket so the corners stay nice.
Okay. We haven't moved the blanket because we didn't realize
Well, I
it
had
was
to
in
put
there.
the blanket around my feet because they got cold.
No, I have a blankie that I'm bringing to the studio. I'm just getting it extra washed so you don't get allergic to it.
From
Because of the
Richard.
cats. Every time she says Richard, I look around and say, who the hell is Richard?
So anyway, happy hump day. It's been a busy morning at the studio, running wires, clearing the roaches, but now we're all good. It's a little bit of whimsy here, so Wendy decided to bring in a lot of whimsy. I don't know, she's got numbers that we're choosing, and
A lot of whimsy.
Wendy, you got a mic? All right, I have to ask. I thank you for listening to the show and doing a little bit of whimsy. What do we have going on here today?
So I had a bunch of stuff, and I wanted to give gifts to everybody, graduation gifts and stuff. And I know that there's many, and I don't know everybody by name. And I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and just put together a bunch of little thingies, number them, and then turn it whimsy. Let everybody pick a number and pick a prize. And that way everybody's a winner.
I love that. So everyone picked a number. I think. I don't know.
Not
Heather,
everybody. I've got to get a few more, but we got about maybe a third of everybody. So.
What'd you get?
I'm looking there, golden ticket child. I got the golden ticket. I just can't stand you sometimes. I'm looking to see what this is.
Yeah, I
It
wanted
says
to make sure.
Holistic Blessings.
Yeah.
So I got a blessing. All right, I'm going to read this blessing. These are all things. Oh, look at that. I got a card.
Yes, those are from Dana's cards. Yeah.
Because I just opened mine.
I don't know if this is a piece of Dana's face with an eyelash. What is that?
It's one of,
That's part of her art.
one of the girls.
Oh, that's Alice.
Alice, like Alice in Wonderland.
How can you see from this picture that
You can.
that's a whole person?
That's her eyelash and
That's all
her,
it is.
her profile.
Actually,
smelling
Max
a
actually
flower.
has that
Smelling a flower?
print in her house.
I want to read this. I
Yeah, look,
am
Freddie's over
worthy of my desires. I know that when my heart is open, everything flows naturally into my life. I am open and ready for life's blessings. Isn't that cool?
I love that. As Dana goes, Pressie's, oh my gosh, Max, what'd you get? Ooh, that's beautiful. Max, that is so cool. Wow. That's like a sun catcher?
Yep, sun catcher.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, there's all different stuff that I made. So
Oh, look, it comes with a little black stones.
there you
This
go.
is the stones I have in my pocket.
Wow.
Now, I think that's a soda light, right?
This is an amethyst.
Oh, you got one too.
Oh!
It's so whimsy.
It It is so whimsy. So look, it's day 3 of whimsy.
Our brand. I love it.
I feel like we're in the castle in
Dana,
England.
what'd you get?
I got a stick of selenite. She's like, I got the snow. I feel the cold. I feel nothing. No, I'm just kidding. I got a stick of selenite, but I got a really cool message. Can I share it?
Yes.
I release all expectations that I have for others. I accept the paths, beliefs, and behaviors that they choose for themselves. I set my own healthy boundaries that are aligned with my authentic self.
I can't even believe
I can't
that.
even.
I can't even.
I love that. I love my
You're so
selenite
well
wand.
done,
I cleared all my crystals with it over the weekend.
Nice.
When she melted one of the stones, how do you do that?
Yeah, some stones aren't supposed to go in water. I typically
Yeah.
do
No, no,
I found that out.
She put it in the stone in the rain.
It wasn't raining when I put them outside in the full moon, and then it kind of disintegrated.
I've had that happen to a crystal or two.
All right, so I got
These are great.
You got the golden bag.
the golden bag.
Cool.
I'm afraid.
Warning: contents may cause extreme delight. With a unicorn. I love that. I love that. That is so freaking cute.
That's what you call a very clever delivery.
Wow, and there's more.
Jesus Christ, it's a whole bag. This is like the gremlin potion.
There you go. That's why
bag
it's the
is-
golden ticket.
The bag is gorgeous.
Oh, that was a golden. Oh, that's right.
You do this.
got the golden
You do
bag.
this all day. These different
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
thingamajiggers.
Look at these. These are all crystals. It's like a bag of crystals.
Yep.
It's like the pot of Lucky Charms.
There you
They're
go.
magically delicious.
Pot of gold.
Pot of gold.
This is the magical bag. You should hang that around your neck.
What, the whole bag?
Yeah.
These are amazing. You and Dana maybe can help me with all these crystals because there's so many crystals.
Yep.
Are
and
any
they
of
got
these
the little
crystals
thingies
for
in
luck?
there.
Oh, I love the bag.
Yes, the bag is out of sight.
Oh, there's money. I'm just kidding. I feel. Oops, I dropped one.
Okay, you're a mess.
I dropped something
That is
else.
money. What is that?
It looks like money.
It's
Yep.
like $100 bill.
Yep. Is representation of the funds that are about to come in from the universe.
Oh, I love that. Can I tell you that all weekend my left palm was itching so much? I was like, even overnight, it was itching. I'm like, that never happens. It's just crazy. Look at this. I've got a $100 bill from the universe.
Yeah.
And it's not our current president. I've dropped a lot. I dropped a lot.
It's like when she eats, she makes a mess.
I'm dropping everything. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The
So
golden
welcome.
ticket.
All
I
those
know.
little
I've dropped
papers are
everything
just
on the floor.
Papers about what each of the crystals are about and whatnot.
All right, we're going to take a look at all of those. We're going to get into our show, a little bit of whimsy with Wendy B. And she's going to talk about her grids today. And she comes in every week with Dana. And we're going to also to finish up Rec 10, Fear and Faith, which is so cool. It was like fear, and then I'm reading it and like, oh, it's about faith and misconceptions or our preconceptions or whatever it is that you have about faith and where those beliefs come from, which is so super cool. And Wendy's going to talk about her grids and a little bit of whimsy. Whimsy day 3. See, it does work. Whimsy does work. Do you see? You almost have a smile.
I do have a smile. Whimsy does work.
Whimsy does work. Now, I think the Knicks might win tonight.
I'm looking at the elephant behind you.
The reason the elephant with the F is behind me is because we have to get an extra hook because it's so beautiful and so heavy. Where you had it, it needs another hook. That's why it's behind me for safekeeping. All right, so before we go to commercial break, we talked to Wendy and Dana and the 10 Recs. $20 if you were looking to win a new 2027 Audi A3, brought to you by the Core Foundation and AMP Media Futures Foundation. All proceeds go back to scholarships and education. $20 ticket. First prize is an Audi A3. Second prize is an electric scooter. Third prize is a $250 gift card, and the drawing is held on December 19th at the Marriott North at the Core Foundation's Christmas party. Of course, you are invited to attend, but tickets are available right here at the studio. You can call us at 866-224-5422. You can email us at production@amp2.tv, or you can even call the studio directly at 888-994-4995 Studio A. We do not give out that number enough. We need to be giving it out more.
Okay, and also production amp2.tv is where you can write to Dear Heather. She's doing a segment on the magazine. She put out something where you can share your story or you can relate It's out there. If you did not get a copy of it, you got to register on the bottom because you have to opt in. And you will get a message every time, we put the magazine out there. But if you read it, see if it resonates with you, and just share a story you want to write. I think she got 3 or 4. And I just told people are texting me stuff. She doesn't believe me, but I'll be texting.
How do people subscribe on the cafe website?
It is on our, the cafe website as well as our Amp Media Instagram and the Futures Instagram.
All right.
It's funny.
Check out our Instagram to subscribe.
5,216 went out. That's the most I've ever seen.
The email subscribers?
Yeah.
We have a lot, yeah.
So you want to write in, share a story, tell a story, whatever you want. Productions at M2.TV.
Link in bio, as they say.
What?
Exactly. That was so perfect. Thank you. You make it easy sometimes.
I swear to God, I'm going to take one of the rocks and hit you over the head with it.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, 10 recommendments of personal empowerment with Dana Sardano, rec number 10. It's funny because you were talking about it this morning. I told him, Dana, to hold the conversation until the midday
It turned into
show.
a bloodbath in there this morning.
Not really bloodbath, but conversation.
Where's Fonzie? Where's Abdullah? Where's all of them?
All right, more to come on the other side of this commercial break. Give us a call to chime in on the conversation, 888-994-4995, Studio A, or find us, comment on social medias, production at amp2.tv, and we'll be right back.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by 2 friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Greatness isn't something you chase, it's cultivated. The Ubuntu Girl's Guide to Greatness, written by Dana Sardano, is rooted in self-dedication, personal growth, and simply living in greatness. Inside, you'll find empowering prompts, hot tips, and space to journal your reflections. Featuring vibrant artwork by Dana Sardano, this is more than a book. It's a visual celebration of feminine power in all its forms. Bold, colorful, and unapologetically authentic. Ready to be great? Grab the Ubuntu Girl's Guide to Greatness at ubuntufishgallery.com. Also available as a beautifully designed deck of cards to bring greatness wherever you go.
Unlocking secrets, doing what we love, with a little help from the stars above. Grab your tools, let's take a chance. It's a wild, creative, magical dance, making magic with Max. Yeah, we're making magic with Max.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
On June 3rd, 1871, Jesse James and his gang pulled off one of their first major bank robberies, escaping with up to $15,000 from an Iowa bank. On this same day, in 1965, Ed White made history during Gemini 4 as the first American to walk in space, floating outside his craft for 23 minutes. The 1950s brought different kinds of waves. In Santa Cruz, city officials actually banned rock and roll at public gatherings to protect the morals of local youth. Fast forward to 1985, when Larry King debuted his iconic CNN live talk show, beginning a historic run that lasted until 2010.
Intuition, connection.
And we're back. I have none of that. I have no intuition and no
Wow.
connection. No.
Wow. So good to be you.
Yeah, I'm getting whimsical.
So you want a little bit of whimsy? On yesterday's morning show, we had a whole lot of fun. So Sophia went and edited the clip about Freddie being a lifeguard on the beach in Puerto Rico.
Really?
So
That's-
check this out.
I have her on my arms and I bring her over. And my sister was on the beach and I screamed, Mimi, call 911. So all the ambulance came. They had to
Were
cut
you the
this
hot
thing.
lifeguard on the beach in Puerto Rico? Can you imagine?
Can you pay attention to the story?
Think about it. Were you like?
I think she's seen way too much Baywatch.
That's what I just see Freddie in slow motion just running his face.
Oh God, please don't put that in my head.
Wow.
Sorry, we may
That's
have to...
my Good Samaritan story. Wow.
I'm thinking Baywatch. Wow, you were like the hot lifeguard. All the girls were, oh, Frederico. And they're looking at you on the beach.
That's great.
If you looked around the room here, everybody has a smile on their face. A little too much Baywatch in my brain. Federico, the lifeguard on the beach. Anyway.
You will live to regret today. You watch.
All right, so I did read my 10th recommendment. I shall not live in fear. And then when you read it, it talks about a little bit of faith. And then Freddie started this whole conversation. So we're finishing up 10 recommendments for personal empowerment by Dana Sardano. With Dana Sardano, we've got Max, Wendy, Heather, Freddie, myself, and whoever wants to chime along. So if you read the book or you want more information, give us a call live. 888-994-4995 Studio A, or write in the comments, I want one or more or whatever it is. So let's
And
roll.
David Hasselhoff for me, answer the phone.
You're gonna, like I said, I'm really glad that you have a shirt under your jersey because I'm just not ready for 2 days of whimsy with Freddie on the beach at once.
Roll the intro.
This segment has been sponsored by the Ubuntu Room. Come join Dana Sardano as she offers life-changing advice that will affect the spiritual, emotional, and physical aspects of your being. Within her easily available writings, you will find the solution you need for your problems. Tune in to the Ubuntu Room on the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Hi, my name is Dana Sardano, and this is the Ubuntu Room. I am so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. So, as Dawn said, today we are talking about fear. I shall not live in fear. And I just want to be clear about something. This is not about not having a fear response to things, because fear is it's a natural emotion. It's something to alert us to danger or to some sort of issue. But when we live in fear, that becomes a problem. And I want to share with you a fun fact. So when children are born, when babies are born, their fear response is to two things. They have a startle response, boo, right? You make a noise, they get startled. And a falling response. They're falling and they respond to protect themselves. That is it. That is all. But what happens to us is, as life happens and we get banged around a little bit and we pick up fears along the way, or conditioned fears, or our parents' fears, or the fears that are projected onto us through society's chaos and craziness, we carry them with us and then we apply them to our lives. And that is living in fear. Before we begin this conversation, I want to share one more thing with you that I thought was really cool. I saw this, I guess you'd call it an experiment. I saw this experiment recently, and it had a bunch of babies. They were sitting up and they were able to interact. So we'll say somewhere 9 months to a year old. And they put them in this room, and they put a glass, like the double glass, so their parents could sit in the other room and watch them. So the babies were for sure safe. And they put them in rooms with big snakes. Now, not snakes that could harm them or bite them or squeeze them, but snakes nonetheless. And the babies were interacting with these snakes. They were in wonderment, and they were touching the snakes and holding the snakes, and the snakes were just doing what snakes do, just kind of slithering around. But the parents on the other side of the glass were freaking out because of their fear that they carried, that they've been conditioned to believe that the snakes were dangerous. So it was really an interesting display of what it looks like when our core is in love, babies, right? They're little love blobs. When our core is in love, when we have not yet adopted the fears of the world around us, and we live, versus the conditioned response to be fearful. So that's what this chapter was about. It was about, I shall not live in fear. Rather, I shall recognize that love and all of the emotions and experiences that fall in that camp is where we want to steer when we find ourselves living in fear. So I just kind of condensed that recommendment a little bit, but I love to have a conversation. I could tell that Dawn was taken with the idea that I talked about purpose and faith and the process. And I'm curious what you guys think, especially the fact that we're closing up this recommendment.
On purpose and faith? Well,
all of it.
I thought it was really interesting. You talked, how people always say it all happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And then you go through all the reasons that led up to the reason that it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I mentioned it in this chapter that I remember being in my 20s, hanging out late nights. We don't have to get to the specifics of the circumstances, and talking about the philosophies of life. And in my 20s, grappling with, does everything happen for a reason? Or as human beings, are we able to make reason out of what happened? And I really do believe that things happen because it's a consequence of something else, and a consequence of something else, and a consequence of something else. It's just the nature of how things operate. But as humans, we decipher what purpose and what meaning is from that. So we could have a circumstance here right now, and your purpose, Dawn, that you take from it, and Freddie's purpose, and Wendy's purpose, and Max's, and I'll name everybody's names, and Sophia's, and Heather's, but everybody's meaning they take from it is different based on their perspective. So yeah, everything happens for a reason, the reason that we attach to it.
Like if you trip and fall.
Yeah.
Happens for a reason other than
there's a shoe on the floor.
But other than maybe warm. But then people say, oh, I wasn't supposed to be in the car, so I missed the Uber, or I wasn't supposed to, I'm late, my stomach hurts, I wasn't in the car at the same time. Maybe it's because I wasn't supposed to be in the car at the same time. Yes or no? Or I just had a stomachache because I ate something funny.
You know, I think that we don't have the answers to this because there are so many things that are at play, forces at play that we don't always understand. So a lot of the reason that we're looking for, you know, we may not find that out until after we're in the ground. Not to be blunt about it.
But the end game, okay, it's raining.
Yeah.
Why does it rain? If you ask the reason for the end game, there's a million reasons. Without that, we don't survive, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then there's the journey, why it rains, how it rains, the molecular structure of rain.
Yeah.
But at the end, if you look at it, it rains. That's one deal. Falling, that's another deal. Everything has a story as to why it happens.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that human beings try to relate conditioning, understanding the why.
Yes.
And that's when we get in trouble.
Yeah, yeah. When we anthropomorphize stuff.
It gets crazy.
Yeah. But back to the rain, it's all cause and effect. The water cycle, and again, I'm not going to pretend to understand the science, but the water cycle is why it rains, right? But again, we all, because we want to connect and understand, attach our rhyme and reason to
That's right. And that's when it gets interesting because then you have an understanding and then you have an understanding to the same subject matter, which is what happened on the morning show today.
Well, you started with religion.
No. I started with Adam and Eve. And they were talking about Adam and Eve. And the only question I had was there was nobody there to write this down.
The snake.
How do you know? Well, it could have been a lizard for all you know. How do you know that ever happened? How do you know? Because somebody wrote it and say it's scripture that God told him to write it. This is what they say. How do you know? So how do I know? How do I know it's real, not real? I'm not talking about the religious aspects. When you do that, then it gets complicated because human beings complicate everything from love to death. We complicate everything. Nothing is easy. And it shouldn't be, right? Because you're supposed to be dominant figures of this earth, supposedly. But the question was, how do you know?
Yes.
How do you know that Adam and Eve did that? How do you know that the person writing that wasn't drunk that night when he said he saw God? How do you know?
Or when you get a load of this, 2,000 years from now, they're going to be reading this, believing this to be true. How do you know?
Right. How do you know? I mean, the science of the human mind, there are certain people who understand what the stars do and what the planets do. And there are certain people that understand what humans do. There are actually people that train human characteristic to catch criminals. It's unbelievable. They know what you're going to eat for breakfast before you wake up. It's a spiritual world. I don't know. But the problem we have is that we put too much emphasis when a lot of money is spent to make more money to sell things, to sell ideas, and they take away your thought. The whole world is captured, take away the thought and follow the idea. And that's the part that bothers me. Because we stop thinking, man. We're not thinking anymore.
But talk about faith.
Okay, let's talk about faith.
Do you have faith that story is true?
I have faith in me. And you know my story. And I've been given a second choice, a second chance. My faith, if you want me to read the Bible, I'll read the Bible. My faith is I believe that me as a person should be nice to every individual individually. That's my story. And if you want to throw Jesus and Moses and all that at me, okay, no problem. Those guys, I can never match up to them. But I'm not supposed to be.
What did you guys think of the book, Max?
It reiterates what I've learned with my therapist, because we talk about how, like, if I get in a fight with somebody, or it doesn't have to be a bad thing, it's information, you know? So if you get in a fight or something uncomfortable happens, like, I don't have to get so bent out of shape about it. It's information on how to adjust accordingly, and
adjustments.
Yeah.
And you're good at it. Because you don't like to fight, you like to defend, right?
Yeah, I don't like to fight.
And that's when you get mad when people pick on you.
Yeah, I just sort of flee. Yeah, that's my method.
Flee.
Run. Non-confrontation. What do you think, Wendy?
So for me, it depends on the situation. There are times where I'll confront it, a level of fear, and then there's other times where I guess I pick and choose depending on what the situation calls for. Going back to what you're saying about Adam and Eve, I want to throw one little other thing into that. How do we even know that they were Homo sapiens like us?
We don't know.
What if they were Neanderthal?
We don't know.
So, and to your point, it was a human person, or whatever version of human it was, that wrote that story. That wasn't God that wrote the info. So I am religious. I am maybe spiritual, I would like to say better. I have my upbringings and stuff, and how do I want to say this? So I have my upbringings and stuff, but that doesn't really filter in how I see it. But getting back and going full circle to the whole thing of fear and how we see it and situations coming up and the purpose for the rain, I tend to see the connectivity of why certain things are. But you're right. If I sit there and psychoanalyze it too much or cross-reference it, then I don't move anywhere. So it's just like we all saying here, it's information in a way to best move forward, but it's not something, if it's leaving you paralyzed or you can't move forward based on what your thought is or what that fear is, or fill in the blank, it's not serving a purpose.
So fear will stop you, exactly what you're talking about. Exactly. Isn't it interesting that if you sit down long enough and you analyze everything from childbirth, but it's a beautiful thing, to getting married and getting divorced after 20 years. Isn't it unbelievable how we could take something beautiful and turn it upside down, including people? There's no reason in the world that you have to run. You shouldn't make anybody feel that way. Back it up a step.
Yeah.
Instead of making people be confrontational because you have to be bigger than the average bear, you should maybe listen. And maybe the person has a good point. It may not be your point, but maybe it is a point.
Yeah.
Chapter, yes?
Yeah. Everything that I'll say will always go back to when we are aligned within ourselves, it gets easier. That, to Wendy's point, that it's all information, to all of our points, because everybody's kind of saying the same thing. It's all information, and it's how we receive that information, the faith. And I talk about this here, I realized it when I looked at it again, that I talk about this also in the third book. The next radio show, I wanted to talk about this a little bit because it really comes down to this. We have been taught, many of us, to put our faith outside of us. We put our faith in the politicians. We put our faith in the religious organizations. We put our faith in the medical community, in education. We put all of our faith outside, and then we become disheartened. I think that's the word you were looking for before. Disheartened. Yes. Ding ding.
Yes, it was.
But disheartened and disillusioned and disappointed when those who we have faith in, when they fail us. And if we can learn to have faith in ourselves and what we believe about ourselves, and really look within, same thing I say all the time, then we won't look outwardly so much, and we won't be so disappointed. And so how do we do that? And that is everything else that's the other 9 commandments. Right. Next week, I wanted to do, I'm just kind of jumping ahead of myself a little bit, but I wanted to do a conclusion before I start moving to other things. I really wanted to take the segment next week and process all of them, how they all intertwine with each other, what they mean to each other, because you could take live in fear and not in love and isolate it, but that's not the answer to everything. You could take don't be a victim and isolate it, and that's not everything. But when you take all 10 of these and put them together and realize that each one of them affects our lives in a different way, and together it's the whole, it changes everything. What's that?
It's a fabric. Yeah. It's really weaving in that fabric so then it covers your life in a sense. Yeah. There's the saying about, I'm sorry, but rose-colored glasses. Yeah. We talk about that, and all actuality, we can live in rose-colored glasses, but I'm all about like X-ray vision. So why not know all the subtext and all of these things so that now you're better equipped to move forward. Yeah. You're more whole, as one would say.
In biblical sense, there's the act of denial when Peter denied Jesus 3 times. And the rooster allegedly did. That's why the rooster sings today. You know, cock-a-doodle-doo. He does that to remind people of the denial. When people came in, don't you know Jesus, weren't you with him? He said, no, I wasn't. Yes, I saw you. No, I wasn't. And he did it 3 times. It's the denial. And in the Bible, it talks about denial because we seem to run when we're afraid. And you know, it's the best classic example. And here we go again. Who wrote it? Is it true? It's examples of human nature. You know, I mean, I don't want to say that women were born from Adam's rib. I don't like that because it makes me feel like a woman is lower than a man because they came out of a man's body piece. This is why I don't think that my guy would do that.
Exactly.
Really, I can pick other things to make a woman out of, and yet throughout even today,
Because a man probably wrote it.
maybe,
Absolutely.
maybe,
Yeah,
and the Bible has allegedly 24 versions missing, which talked about women. Is it true? Not true? All I'm saying is that we don't live at a certain standard. We live through fear as opposed to creativity. We live through fear as opposed to anything else. We're afraid of the rain if it comes too hard. That's what we have learned to become accustomed to.
By design.
By design. And I just want to jump on the denial. Recommendment 7, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, the story of how the woman was created from the rib of the man. There is that subtext of subservience, right?
Yeah, I see it that way, yeah.
Yeah, and so the beam, and I'm not saying this because I'm a woman, but the feminine energy is the energy of nurturing. It's the energy of intuition and oh my God, just this birthing, right? Right? It's the energy of creation. Let's just call it that. And what happens is the men, the masculine energy is the energy of doing and action and destroying, really. So, of course, the stories for the masculine energy, for the patriarchy to gain its strength, the stories are always going to be a female subservience because the female is to be feared and is dangerous to the male, to the masculine energy, because she is the creator. So this is all, Wendy, right? We're all nods. This is all by design to keep the powerful creative energy at bay and in fear. But that's changing. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. So we are the original portals.
Yes.
Nobody could be here if we didn't birth it. I mean, we need actually both. I mean, let's not have a science lesson. But the whole thing is that how's a man by himself going to have a child? How can a woman? But we are the original portal.
Well, that's what scares a man, is that he can't give birth. And how long have I been saying that?
I thought you were crazy the first
10
time
years.
you told me that.
10 years I've been saying that.
You know, that's funny that you say that because
funny
my
you say
son is on the spectrum. He is going to be 22 this year. But that child, I call him a child and he's a man, but he's so wise. And one day he said to me, "Mom, I'm upset." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I'll never be able to have a baby. Men don't have babies." And I said, "And you find that sad?" He's like, "Yeah." There was a level of him, oh my gosh, I must have been at this point maybe 8 years ago when he said that, and it took me aback. I'm like, here it is. You know, the comprehension that he'll never understand what it is to have a human life originate from him in that way.
I said that we were at iHeart, and I said it. And since I've known Dawn, I said men always find women intimidating because they can't give birth. It's the one thing that, you know how a man says there's superior and all this, and you look at certain countries where women have absolutely no rights, even to today. Makes no sense to me.
1,000%.
Because they're feared, so you have to control them, control
Absolutely.
their bodies, and control them. And just to just add another layer to it, you know, we're talking about the creative force of giving birth. But the act of creation, we are all, every single one of us, man and women, we are all creators of our reality. So if you cut off the most prominent creative source and make them feel less than, then there's going to be another, like a layer of, I just saw like an you know what I mean?
Yep,
Like a mushroom,
like a
an
Hiroshima.
Another, yeah. Thank you. Like another wave going out of, okay, the ultimate creative force is not creating. So creativity in all of its forms, either the creating of your experience to the creating of art and music to anything creative is frowned upon. What's not frowned upon is, the act of making money, the act of control, the act of competition, the act
My
of
team
war.
against your team.
All of these heavily masculine energy, imbalanced masculine energy, right? Toxic masculine energy. That is what is in power right now to keep it. Because if we all knew, men, women, children, all of us, if we truly understood the power of our creativity from thoughts to beliefs to action to the worlds that we create, then all of those with that heavy, imbalanced, toxic masculine energy, the patriarchy, if you will, would have nothing. So from day one, keeping the women down was the only way to keep the people under control.
1000%.
That's it. And that's all.
It's funny because you introduced me to the world of the interns. And the way I saw it, the way it is for these young minds and these young kids, and my son brought it up to me, Dad, I went on a job interview and they said I was too young. And I said, well, did they ask you anything about what you do, the creative mind? And he said, no, they just looked at my age. And that's another blemish. Give kids a chance. Give everybody a chance. I got kids on the spectrum in here. I'm going to tell you, I'll put them up against anybody. That's your word, not my word. I don't use the word spectrum. To me, they're normal. Matter of fact, they may be the normal ones, and we are not the normal ones.
Amen.
Because they see things that we can never hear.
1000%.
I mean, that's really the bottom line. Call it what it is. We went to the moon because 5 black women got together and figured it out. I don't want to hear the nonsense. My sister, may she be watching, and Mimi, ever since I was a kid, she told me, you look at me as a person before you look at me as your sister. And you go through life with that message. And that's the thing that you taught me again. Because I said no to the internship. I was the one that said absolutely not. Because I didn't think you could take the work that it takes. And I am amazed at the amount. But now it's mushrooming to this. Maybe this is the way to get the message out there. Give somebody a chance.
This is the way.
Give them a break before you condemn them. You'll be surprised, man.
Yeah. But just the way the world is now, although it's crumbling, we're watching it and we're rejoicing, but the way some of us are rejoicing, I'm like white knuckling it, but that's falling apart and people are starting. Couple people, special people like yourself are coming in, like you, oh my God, everybody in this room are coming up and saying, let's look at it a little bit differently.
Stepping up.
Stepping up. Let's look at it a little bit differently and giving people an opportunity to shine that would not have had that opportunity before. Women, people that see the world a little bit differently. I think we're all on the spectrum. There's a different spectrum of how we see the world. You know what I mean? We just have attached meaning to these words. Right? Ooh, spectrum. Remember, I don't get blonde jokes.
But we were taught at such a young age, doesn't matter what religion you are, is to believe in outside forces. To do, right? Which is why in Judaism we don't pray to idols and all of those things. And then you realize religion, whatever religion you were taught as a child. And that's what you hold on to until, at least for me, I guess working with you, it was not religion, it was spirituality, that I do believe in something higher. But I can't tell you that I know who wrote Genesis and who wrote Adam and Eve. And there's so many things to take religion out. But those are the confines that you're taught, and which is good. You're taught as children, you're taught structure, which I think is valid and really, really important. But you also have to, at some point, dig deep and say, does this resonate with me? Does it not resonate with me? Do I believe in myself? Is there more faith and spirituality over who wrote Adam and Eve? But it doesn't mean you forget your religion. But I think there can be both. It's like holistic medicine and allopathic medicine. You've got diabetes, lower your sugar, but maybe you're going to take that extra CoQ10 because you know it's going to be really important.
Complementary.
You can have both.
Exactly.
Well, you can't.
It's the balance, and there's a balance between faith and fear.
Well, you can't expect to believe a book this thick, written by whoever. You can't expect people to buy into this if you don't have faith. If you take the book out of the way and you have faith, then the book becomes easier to understand.
But I think kids now are learning faith. They're learning spirituality. They're learning yoga. They're learning breath work. They're learning intuition. They're taking time because kids on the spectrum, there's so many more kids that have been identified, whether that's good or bad, whatever. They're looking into other things. When we were little, there was no breath work. If you went to PE, you could do pull-ups, great. If you were uncoordinated like me,
You failed.
and you weren't picked for the kickball team,
I failed.
you failed, right? It wasn't like, oh, let's do yoga today. If you went to swimming class, it was like, I can't. It's my time of the month. Whatever. If you were doing yoga or breath work, you could do it at any time. So the kids now were really learning great skills.
Yeah.
However that came to be, it's an amazing opportunity for them to learn faith within themselves.
Faith within themselves, faith of themselves.
Yes.
And, I'm of the belief that we, of course, I believe that there is a greater power, but we are all an extension of that power. I've done my whole, you blow the air into the glove, and, but we are all an extension of that high. So if we are all an extension, we're all God's children, but that was for you. If we're all an extension of that divinity, then wouldn't that make us divine? And if we are divine, why wouldn't we act as such? Why wouldn't we treat ourselves with the same reverence that we would go to a church or a temple or a mosque and pray to? And I'm not suggesting that we pray to ourselves, but we could treat ourselves with a little bit more reverence, a little bit more care, a little bit more grace, a little bit more respect, a little bit more love. And when we do that, and we are the consequence, we're living consequence of treating ourselves with care and respect and love and all of those things, then we bring that to the world. And that's the whole concept of Ubuntu. First, your mask, I'm going to take good care of myself, and now I have it to give. And if each of us do that, then we're not trying to control each other, and we're not trying to tear each other down. If anything, we're building each other up, and that's the name of the game moving forward.
Yep. And there is a little bit of fear. You need to teach your kids, do not run and cross the street without looking, right? Do not put your finger in a light socket. There are things.
That's pain. That's not fear.
Well, you need.
There are things that we do need.
There are people that like running into buses. I can tell you, I know people who want to be actors.
Somebody run into a bus.
As an adult, that's your choice. As a child, they need to learn boundaries.
But pain is not fear. Fear is pain.
Well, I tell you what, I had my parents once tell me, don't plug in that lamp. There's a short circuit. And guess who plugged in the lamp?
Well, of course.
And there wasn't pain, but I got sure as heck was shocked.
But I hear what you're saying, Dawn. Yeah. You're absolutely right. That's the healthy fear. And that's what I was saying going
about that,
this whole segment. To the fear, again, everything is information. So our emotional guidance is to tell us. Fear tells us, ooh, that's dangerous. Joy tells us, ooh, that might be good for us. And we use this emotional guidance to help us navigate this information. But when you adopt the fear as a part of you and you live in it, then and it's irrational because it's something that happened 20 years ago or something somebody programmed you to believe, that's when we have issues. That's where there's dysfunction.
If you're going to talk in front of 100,000 people, or you're going to play basketball in front of millions of people,
I'm more likely to talk than play basketball.
But either or be a commentator on a game. More the player than the commentator. You got to learn how to handle that fear, because that fear will just stop you. And anxiety, sometimes it takes a quarter to get over that fear. If you coach children who are 6 or 7 years old in a championship game, and you look at them, they don't understand fear. No. They understand, let's go get them. It's a big difference. As you get older, you begin to say, boy, I got to talk in front of 100,000 people. I got to go out on that stage.
Learn.
And then I got to go do what I do. You start shaking. I've seen people shake. And I laugh because I sit down, I read a paper, I have a cup of coffee, and people are saying, is this guy normal?
No, the answer is always no.
Because fear, they're living through fear. I'm looking at it as an opportunity. Now I'm going to go up there and just do what I do, like I've always done. But I'm going to be watching tonight. You can tell players' fear from being excited. And the ones with the fear are the ones that are going to have a hard time. And that's going to be the difference in this game. There are a lot of people watching. You tie your shoes, people watching. You pick your nose, people watching. You miss a shot and blow the game, people remember.
That's the fear.
There's the fear.
That's the fear. The fear is of the potential consequence, whereas a kid's just throwing the ball to throw it. There's no fear.
That's right.
All right, how do people find you and get ready for next week?
Okay, so you can find me on ubuntufishgallery.com, UBUNTU, fishgallery.com. And next week, we are going to do the full recap. We're going to make sense of it. We're going to enmesh each of the recommendments with one another so you could apply it to your life as a whole. And I look forward to seeing you there.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, Intern Corner, spotlight on Dear Diary. Because sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get out of your comfort zone to really see the greatness.
We're going to do the stones and stuff also. They had the cameras all queued up.
Yeah, we're going to do that too. We got a couple things. Yes,
All
and then
right,
we're
let's
going to
do
talk to
that.
Wendy and her grids and see all the magic she creates. A little bit of whimsy still coming up. More to come. We'll be right back.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
Welcome to La Mesa Cafe Bistro, where every cup has a story. From freshly brewed coffee to comforting, flavorful dishes, it's the perfect place to slow down and savor the moment. Open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. from Tuesday to Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday and Monday. Stop by and taste the difference at 48 Northeast 1st Avenue in Boca Raton.
Looking for great coffee and a place to unwind? Come to Tiki Coffee and Desserts. We serve gourmet coffee made fresh, rich espresso, smooth lattes, and handcrafted specialty drinks made just the way you like them. Pair it with one of our delicious desserts, from creamy cheesecakes to fresh pastries and sweet treats made to satisfy every craving. No matter what you're in the mood for, you can trust that it's been prepared with care and quality ingredients. Enjoy a warm, welcoming atmosphere where our friendly staff make you feel right at home the moment you walk in. Whether you're meeting friends, taking a break, getting some work done, or simply treating yourself, Tiki Coffee and Desserts is the perfect stop. Don't miss out on an irresistible experience you'll want to come back to again and again. Tiki Coffee and Desserts, the hottest new coffee shop in Boca.
At AM2TV, we don't just create content, we produce experiences. From concept to final cut, we bring your vision to life with cinematic quality and precision. Whether it's music videos, branded content, or live productions, we make it stand out. AM2TV, where your vision gets amplified.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Today, we celebrate National Egg Day, a fun reminder of how just important eggs are in our diets and kitchens around the world. Once debated for cholesterol, health experts now agree an egg a day fits perfectly into a balanced diet. At just 75 calories, a single egg packs 7 grams of high-quality protein, making it an affordable, versatile way to fuel your day. So whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, National Egg Day is the perfect excuse to appreciate the humble egg and all the ways it fuels our day. Happy Hump Day, everybody! June 3rd is serving up an oddly perfect mix of motivation, heart, and total confusion. First up, it's Global Running Day. Lace up your sneakers and hit the pavement to celebrate the joy of moving your body. Keep those positive vibes going for Love Conquers All Day. This special day, encourage us to lead with kindness and look past our differences. But wait, today is also Repeat Day. The perfect time to rewatch your favorite movie, listen to the same song, eat the exact same lunch. To rewatch your favorite movie, 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 to rewatch your favorite movie.
Very cute, Fonzie. Nice
That
job,
was very
you guys.
cute, recording over and over. Very cute. Fonzie's he's on the ball.
All right, so before we talk to dear Heather, we're going to talk to Wendy. Wendy comes in every week, and you were so gracious enough to donate beautiful, beautiful grids to the fundraiser.
Thank
you. And I actually bought a grid for my daughter, and she has it at the house. So I want people to learn a little bit more about what you do and all the whimsy that you bring with it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I want to say that I like to think of myself as the Swiss Army healer, I guess you could say, because I use a lot of different modalities. And one of those things that I've really, I was thinking about this last night. I've been with crystals and nature, and you know, my great grandmother would come out, stop playing with water, and it wouldn't be water, it'd be dirt and all the stuff from the pine cones or whatever I could find. So this type of thing, is the whimsy, as one would say, has always been my interest. And then living in Miami, my son was 2. We moved up here to West Palm, I should say. And that just kicked the door open. Now I was able to really, instead of having people telling me what to do every weekend or our time being, now I was able to expand and look into the things that I like. And I really resonated with crystals. And I like to think of crystals as the ones that do the heavy lifting. Like when we're going to put a nail in the wall, we can use a hammer, we can use a shoe if we want to. There's all different tools. For me, I like the heavy lifting that the crystals do for me. And one of the things I like to do is create the grids, because I'll do sessions. And a lot of times I'll have clients reach out to me, can we do some kind of a grid that will support me in whether it's to open up their third eye so that they can be better connected, or help them ground if people have trouble with their backs and that kind of thing. So I really work with crystals as an ally. And then on top of that, there's times that I'll add in herbs and that kind of thing. But in this case, all of these, like this one, for instance, is for grounding. So for people who they spend a lot of times in their mind, that's one of my things. I like to be out with the fairies and flying amongst, and there's times that I need to remember that I need to ground. There's things that I need to do here. I need to write the email. I need to package the order. So that will help somebody with that. This one here is more for the sacral. So if you're having trouble being creative, I have clients that's like, do something creative, and they don't even know what that looks like. Well, do you color? Do you write? Do you draw? What does that look like? So I'll work on somebody in their sacral to help them unlock what their creativity is, or if they're blocked, and then they may use something like this to support it in their office or that kind of thing. So each of these all have their purpose. So I'll either make them by somebody who's asking for a custom, or through my Etsy shop, or I will just come up with something. I've had emails that come in, I get messages that come in, Wendy, I need this for a wedding or whatever it is. So I'll cater the grid to whether it's for love, longevity, finding a soulmate, that kind of thing. Even, I didn't bring any green ones. The green ones are for heart. So a lot of times I'll use green crystals that are for the heart to kind of open with their heart chakra. Pink was also, but also green can be for prosperity and money. So I'll have them work with the different purposes, and each of those, each crystal has its different purpose, whether it's health related or metaphysically. Some people just like it for the beauty. So it serves multiple purposes.
is there a right way or a wrong way or any way once somebody gives you something like this? How is it used? Like we hung ours over the front door.
So that's a really good question, actually. There are some people who love to put their grids by their front door. Dana mentioned it once before. I have a client who put their artwork right at their front door, so it's the first thing that they see when they go out and when they come in. So you could do that. If you're having a protection grid, keep it by the front door. If you're trying to keep out negative energies from coming in, if that's what you're trying to do. If you're trying to sleep in your room, you want to have certain grids that are conducive to that. I wouldn't want to put a portal grid in your bedroom, because then you're going to have like, an expressway coming in and out of your bedroom. So yes, there is a right way and a wrong way in the sense of where the placement. You don't want to put something that's made to bring in positive energies, or like even say, for example, this one here can allude to some energy and create energy. You don't want to put that in the bedroom, because then you're not going to rest. So there is that. You can activate them. There's a way to activate them with another crystal to make sure that it's activated. You want to clear it every once in a while, especially if it's something that's designed to get rid of negative energies or that kind of thing. Or, for example, if you have it in a space, or any crystal, as a matter of fact, in a particular place that gets a lot of high traffic or a lot of energy, every once in a while you want to clear it out. So those things are important. It's not like you have to wash it every day like you wash your hair or, take a shower. But every once in a while you want to clear them, because they can either pick up or just, to kind of give them a cleanse. Everybody likes a bath every once in a while. It's the same thing with our crystals. Now, obviously you cannot put this in the water, so you can either put a selenite stick next to it, clear it with a sound bowl or that kind of thing. So there is minor maintenance to them, but it's just pretty much hang it up and enjoy it.
I think we probably need to clear ours by the front door.
Yeah, every once in a while that would be a good idea, because there are a lot of people who come in and come out. Yeah.
Clear it.
Well, you gotta touch stuff.
I'm not touching it. She just talked about it.
I'm not touch nothing.
The other thing is intention. I want to say, out of everything that there is here, and this goes to crystals, this goes to drinking your water, your intention, and having the water that you put in your hand before you drink it. Intention. It is faith. It is belief. If you believe that it's going to work for you, it will. It really is that essence. So, this particular piece is, whether it's religion, spirituality, Max's sandwich here. She could say, I'm going to eat this and I'm going to feel the greatest for the rest of the day. I'm not going to feel sick, blah, 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 and eat it. And she'll be fine with that. The same way as you just picking it up and eat it. You get what I'm saying? So it really is empowered with your intention. So if you really believe that these things are going to assist you, or if you just want to hang it up for the fact that it's a beautiful piece of artwork, both are true. Both are true. There's no harm in it. There's some people who this may go against their beliefs per se to empower a crystal, but the fact that it's a beautiful piece of artwork, that's all that it is. And their intent is, I'm just keeping this for a spiritual piece of art.
Well, we use air purifiers.
Exactly.
We use purifier on our AC. We have a unit up there that is like a hot plate, electrical charge, and it takes all the dirt out, and you could tell the difference since we put it in
Exactly.
there. But there are different things. Dehumidifier, no different than anything else. If you,
salt.
You get married, you lay down next to somebody, and you're believing in that as well. So if you take this, you put it on top of your bed, God only knows what could happen. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Honestly,
it's what you believe.
It is what you believe.
It's what you believe. I'm giving you more material for you to put viral. I'm just saying, if you believe it, it will happen.
1,000%.
And if the one that's over the door, remember when everything got all crazy in here? Did you ever look up there?
No.
It was shaking.
Was it?
Yeah. Because stuff was leaving.
Exactly.
As it should have.
That's exactly it.
You don't have to go home.
That's it.
Exactly.
So it does work. And if it doesn't work, then take it as a piece of art. Now in here, we have a lot of art. And you can feel the energy. People the other day were coming in here. And they asked me, how do you sit here? I said, in a seat. She says, no, I don't mean that. I mean, with all this energy going on, my brain is turning. And I said, oh. So when people come to sit and sort of just sit, and you go, wow, they're still here. Wow. 3 hours, Freddie. You're still talking. Yes. But that's the magic
4
of
hours, Freddie, they're still talking.
But that's the magic of it.
It is.
Right?
It is.
Sometimes people need a runway to sit because they don't have that in their life. And there you have it.
1000%.
How do people get one of these if they want to order it?
So I have a website, wholisticblessings.com. That's W, because I believe in the whole, so that's not with the H, so WHOLESTIC, blessings. Blessings for everybody.com, and I also have an Etsy shop, so you can look me up on Holistic Blessings altogether and my Etsy shop and find all the beautiful stuff I have there to offer.
And you do readings also?
I do readings, yes, absolutely. So I do readings, and depending on what comes up for a reading, I also clear out energies. I've cleared out spaces. I've cleared out cars, believe it or not, too. I've helped a couple of pets here and there when they've had some difficulty, so I can do pet Reiki. I work with crystals. I work with Reiki. There's times that I'm not using any Reiki at all. I'm tapping in with spirit. I channel. I hear whatever messages need to come, whether they're from your guides, angelic, an ancestor, if it's necessary. You'd be surprised at how many times the ancient grandmothers come and great-great-grandmothers come to kind of clear up, as they would call generational curses. And I can hear all of those. And then I'll have people say, can you send me a crystal grid or make something according to this thing? So I like to, like we were talking about the fabric, I pretty much weave a blanket for people. So I cover
I got to thank you guys for showing up on Friday. And Max, you too, up at the remote that we went to.
That was beautiful.
That place was great.
But the place was great, but the way you guys filled it, and he even said to me, he says, I've never experienced anything. Like, his wife was crying. She says, I can't believe what just happened. I'm in a daze. It was all the energy that you bring forward.
Yes.
So the way I would look at this is simply as something that unifies, like what you did.
Thank you.
Unifies people, puts everybody on an equal plane. And
that's my purpose, and I feel that
there
that's
was
what
more
a lot of
people
us.
like you, I think the world would be a better place.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
So thank you. All right, check it out. It's at Wendy's Energy, Dana's Energy. How blessed are we to have all these people in the studio all the time?
And you heard what she said, right? She says she does animals and cars. So the next time Heather gets a lizard in her car and they want her, they'll call her. That bad boy,
I'll will them out.
That bad boy was in there for a week. It was sure bliss hell in here for a week because she was scared to death of driving in it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to check in with Heather. We're going to check in with Dawn DeMarco Book, host of Faith Stories, see what's happening. She made it in through the rain.
I know,
Was that
it's
a song?
amazing.
I made it through the rain.
Oh, it's Barry Manilow.
It's a love story.
We'll be right back.
Are you ready to stop playing small and step into your highest self? This isn't just a book club. It's a call to action. No fluff, no excuses, just growth. Actually, growth with some super cool people with a shared intention. Join us live at the Ubuntu Room on the Brooklyn Cafe Show Wednesdays at noon and become the greatest version of you. For more information, go to ubuntufishgallery.com. You be you, NTU, fishgallery.com.
Looking for music that brings back the memories? True Oldies FLA is South Florida's premier destination for timeless hits from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Brought to you by M2TV Network. Broadcasting across multiple FM and HD stations, including 95.3 FM in Delray Beach and Boca Raton, 95.9 FM in Palm Beach County, 96.9 FM in Broward County and North Miami-Dade, and 106.9 FM on the Treasure Coast. True Oldies, FLA. Feel good music that spans generations.
Imagine this. A loved one, a son or a daughter, has just suffered from a life-threatening accident. They're transported to a state trauma hospital, and despite being in the care of professional physicians, they tragically pass away due to preventable medical errors. As if this was not tragic enough, then finding out that legal statutes in the state of Florida devalue your loved one's life to zero. This is what we are fighting against. Come join Edward Salazar as he discusses the issues surrounding free kill laws and how to resolve them.
Catch The Fight Against Free Kill Laws with Ed Salazar on Monday, 5 p.m. on all social media. Learn who we are and join our cause today.
RCCA has a team of specialized therapists to treat a wide array of injuries and conditions, including balance issues, back pain, fall prevention techniques, joint replacements, and stroke rehab. Our therapists at RCCA help adults reclaim their strength and flexibility, allowing them to return to their hobbies and sports. We tailor treatment to return our patients to activities they love, such as croquet, gym workouts, golf, pickleball, and tennis. Our state-of-the-art equipment and therapists ensure that there is something here for everyone.
Are you ready to win a brand new 2027 Audi A3? The Core Foundation, in conjunction with AMP Media Futures Foundation, is giving you the chance to drive away in luxury while supporting scholarships and community programs. First prize, a new 2027 Audi A3. Second prize, an American Electric Stellar bike. Third prize, a $250 Visa gift card. The drawing will be held Saturday, December 19th, 2026 at the Fort Lauderdale Marriott North, and you do not need to be present to win. Tickets are only $20. Purchase yours today at Ampy Media Production Studio or call 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422 or email mail to production@ampy2.tv.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
How would you rate the food? 10 out of 10. So good, so delicious. I wish I didn't live so far. I would come here all the time. I would rate it a good 8 out of 10. Everything was super good. Everyone's super nice, and the place looks amazing, and she's amazing too.
It was so good. I tried these noodles and the chicken banh mi and the chicken banh mi. Oh my god, they were so good.
Oh, the food here was amazing. I mean, I'm not really much of a veggie person, but when I had like the egg rolls or even the sandwiches, they're all amazing.
Loved the food.
I don't want to leave.
It was my day of whimsy. I have never had Vietnamese food before. It was amazing.
You gotta come up and you gotta try this. It's unbelievable. As you can tell, I have some coffee. I am going.
Did you have a favorite food?
Oh, I could not put it down.
It was great. You guys were incredible. So come check it out. It's up in Royal Palm Beach. It's amazing.
You won't be disappointed. Come on now.
Okay, so every show I would like to do our intern corner. Now Heather is not currently an intern, but she was an intern, and now she's part of the leadership.
What is she?
Of our interns. What is she? She's in the leadership of the interns. So you're going to see as the new website gets built for the foundation, there'll be a section for the interns, our current interns, our alumni interns, and then our leadership, our current leadership. So Heather did something really, really special this week, and I wanted her to share it. So if you have the intro for the intern corner, let's roll it.
Oh, it's on me. Okay, cool. Hi guys, I'm Heather, for those who don't know me. Yeah, so I started working on the magazine. As we all know, we have that coming out every month. And I've always wanted to have a column, and I feel like I sometimes have insightful things to share. And I love to write. So I was like, let me just start writing. And I created a column called Dear Diary. People think I should name it Dear Heather. I don't know. We're still deciding. We could take a vote around the room if we'd like. I don't know. But yeah, it's been really fun so far, and I've kind of gotten a lot of positive and good feedback so far, and I'm really excited to see where it's going to go. It's going to be monthly on the magazine, and I'm also going to have it weekly on my Substack, which is kind of like social media, but for like blog writers, if you will. So that's going to be at Heather Milivoy if you want to subscribe. But yeah, stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be open to hearing your feedback, sharing. You can share your messages with me if you have any questions for me. I'm going to try to figure out a way to respond to your questions. Haven't gotten that far. We are only one magazine, one column, and so
one day.
Yeah, one day, pretty much. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
What really impressed me about the piece that you wrote is when I read it was how vulnerable you were and how authentic, and you shared your fears and you shared what it took for you to write the article, but yet you still do it and did it, and you inspired so many people that all because people do things in the studio or throughout life doesn't mean you're comfortable with it. But we put on, we put on that smile and we keep going as if, yeah, we got this. But you were authentic enough to say, I don't think I've got this, but I'm going to go for it.
Yeah,
and
I
that was
think
great.
I think that's what I kind of want to really show is it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to be authentic, and I think that's kind of what we lack on social media and society as a whole. No one's vulnerable and no one's their true selves anymore. So I want people to know they can trust me and they can talk to me if they wanted to. And yeah, I just want to kind of be like that friend or big sister, if you will.
So that was great. So when people ask how long the internship program is here and what do they really learn, again, as Gio said, we invite you to come in and learn from our crew, our interns, our alumni, our leadership, because we learn from them every day. And I did not know what was in the magazine. We've gotten to the point that I trust you guys so much that I actually read it for the first time when it came out, and you said to me, read it. You hadn't even read it.
No, but G-Man called me, and he was really touched by the picture you picked. He says, wow, you're going to hear it. I don't have to say it. You'll hear it when he comes in. He says, wow, tell Heather all the love, because it has me and him on the cover of it. And that caught my attention. And I got to tell you, in 1973, there was something that came out in the Daily News that I picked up on, and she was on there before. It was called Dear Abby. Remember that? Yeah. And Dear Abby blew up with the Daily News, and they made movies about her and everything else. They had rooms full of mail that she didn't get to. I don't even know if she's alive. I think she died. No?
Somebody took over.
And they but she never answered half of the mail. She got so much mail.
Yeah.
That she couldn't answer it. So you never know.
Never know, exactly.
You never know
so
what
it's
can
like,
happen.
I'll give it a shot and we'll see what happens. But if nothing happens, it's just been fun and it's a learning experience.
It is,
so.
and it's a tribute that you actually spoke about something that I thought was impressive. I didn't even know that was coming out until you guys told me. I just read the first part of it, and then I saw the rest of it. And then I let the gang know, because there are people. How do people, number one, if they want to subscribe to the magazine, how do we do that?
So it's on our website, the Brooklyn Cafe, and I believe on our AMP website as well, ampmediaproductions.com, and all of our socials, so our Instagram, the Brooklyn Cafe TV, AMP Media Productions, and AMP Futures. So in the link in the bio, you can click it, subscribe, and you'll get all of our newsletters and our magazine every month.
But it was really great.
So and what is it? Productions at amp2.tv.
Without
if you
the
want
S.
to write production.
Production at amp2.tv.
So if you want to write in or contribute, we're going that direction. I told Heather that I want to reach out to the lady from the Broker Tribune and send it to them, and I got a story that goes with it and see what they say.
Absolutely.
Right.
Sounds good. Keep going.
Thank you.
Nice job. Thank you.
you.
All right, so before we wrap up on this hump day, it's Dawn DeMarco book.
I call it Face Stories Day. I don't call it Hump Day anymore.
Host of Face Stories. Who was your guest today?
Heather Farley. She was on a couple months ago, and I invited her to come back. She wrote a book. She finished her book, When God Speaks. So we're going to talk about that and delve into what that all looks like. She shares her story, which is a lot of trauma that she walked through, but she just kept persevering, and I love this girl. She's 24 years old. I'm like, what? Give me a break. And I have to get a shout out to Candy Ratter with this beautiful top I have on.
It's beautiful.
Which you can have on her website, which is live516. That's www.live516.com.
Soon to be put on Amazon, I believe. I got to ask Heather.
So her website is being worked on as we speak,
right.
So you can check all the merch out, but she's going to call that the Dawn DeMarco's shirt.
She is, because I personally don't like logos on my chest. I'd rather have it I just think it's cooler looking. You know, everybody has this crap on your chest. It's like, be more interesting. Crap. I'm so sorry. I tend to say.
Well, there you have it. Women's chest is crap.
Rub it off. I'm so glad it was down here.
And she's back.
Oh my God.
She never left.
I know. Still here.
Be more interesting.
So many great things are. So tune in today to Faith Stories at 3 o'clock with Dawn DeMarco book.
Wow.
Check out our Amplified magazine. You
And
can
they
find
say
it
I'm
on
nuts.
Amp Media
And
Futures.
she gets away with stuff.
See what we talk about. Join us next week for Dana Sardano as she does a wrap-up and an overlay of all what's going on. And if you want a little bit of whimsy, contact Wendy. I think my daughter contacted you. She wants a reading. She wants you. First she said, can you ask your peeps? I'm like, nope. You ask my peeps. So, but my peeps happen to be in the studio right now. You reach out to my peeps. But it's pretty cool that people text me for good things.
They text me for good
That they really believe in what we talk about here,
Well,
which
you
is
got
so
people
great.
talking whimsy.
And she's got Dana's curriculum up in Washington, D.C., so it's really nice to see the message of goodness and faith and hope is spreading.
And
love.
We
I love you.
We could use a little,
Remember that?
We could
Just
use
saying.
a little bit of stuff.
I love.
You know, I'm gonna use.
What was in my crystal bag? What can I tell you?
I'm gonna have you snort, and I'm gonna record you from my phone for the bell, for the jingle, the phone call.
Is that gonna be your ringtone?
It's gonna be my ringtone.
You gotta have the laugh and the snort though, because
No,
it
well-
doesn't make sense just the snort.
Because it makes so much sense with the laugh.
Aren't you glad I have the microphone down here?
Well, they are.
More to come. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, stay dry. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Let's go, Knicks. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.